Guys, thank you so much for joining me. As I said, today I'm going to be talking about how to style your boots in spring and summer. We all know that when the weather gets hot, it is really tough for us guys. Our boot lovers, man, we love this fall and winter, the colder months. So when it gets hot though, you don't need to just keep wearing the same thing. I see guys out there doing that. They're wearing, oh man, it gets hot. It gets hot. I'm in North Carolina. I sweat my butt off. So I want to first off say that this video is sponsored by Geologie. I'm going to talk about them a little bit later, but thank you to Geologie for sponsoring this video. Let's start off and talk about the different types of boots, the different styles that you want to wear for your boots in the hot months, because you can keep wearing your Iron Rangers. I'm all for it. I'm not gonna judge you. I love that. I think that's awesome. But you still want to wear a pair of boots in the summer, but it's so hot. There's a couple different styles you can wear that at least make it a bit easier. So the first style that I'm gonna talk about here is the chukka, the humble chukka. Chukkas are great, especially if they have just like two eyelets. You get some breathing room in your ankle. You can wear thinner socks. They're a pretty casual boot, pretty lightweight. So a chukka is a fantastic boot for spring and summer. This is really when I get the most wear out of chukkas. I don't really wear chukkas in fall and winter. This is the Thursday Scout. This is one of my favorite chukkas. And yeah, the chukka is a great option. That's probably my top option for a spring summer boot. The second style of boot that I wear a lot in spring and summer is the Chelsea boot. So this is the New Republic Sonoma. I really like this boot in particular because it has the crepe sole. It has the very light sandy suede. I'll talk more about leather options and what are appropriate leather options for spring and summer, color-wise and all that. But this boot goes super well with light wash jeans. This is the Thursday Duke here, another suede Chelsea boot. Again, it's a little bit darker on the bottom, it has a lot more longevity because of the rubber sole here. But basically, Chelsea boots, if you go with like a nice casual look, pretty similar to chukkas. They're light, they're airy. You can wear thinner socks with them. They're comfortable, generally speaking, to wear and to break in. So you're not wearing this huge, thick piece of like 4mm leather that's like weighing on your foot. You get a chance to let your feet breathe a little bit, and that makes a Chelsea another good option for spring and summer. The third type of boot I wear often in spring and summer is a lace-up boot, and this one is open to interpretation, maybe a little bit of debate. You might not wear a lace-up boot like this. This is the Taft Dragon right here, but I actually think, and this kind of leads us to our next section, there are some cases where a lace-up boot is perfect in spring and summer. Now, which colors and leather options are best for the hot months? So this is, why I say lace-up boots. If you get a certain type of lace-up boot, it can work really, really well in spring and summer, right? Obviously, this boot, this Taft Dragon right here, this is in an olive leather, and this crushes it in fall and winter, but I also like it for spring and summer because it's a different colored leather. This is an olive oiled suede, and this pairs really well, again, with light wash jeans. If you like cuff it a lot or roll the hem of your jeans 2 or 3 times, this can look really, really cool. So anything with a different, like an oddly colored leather, whether that's blue or whether that's green, anything really light, like a white boot, anything, if you're going with the lace-up boot, I say just make it an interesting colored leather. Another good example of what I'm talking about here, this is the Velasca Janasa, and this is a very light, very, very light, sandy, almost like slate suede, and it just looks really good with, a very classic, pretty minimalist type of lace-up boot. So while I wouldn't normally recommend most lace-up boots in the hot months, when you go spring and summer, you can pull off a few lace-up boots if they're pretty minimalist and if the color is interesting. Now, probably the best leather option for spring and summer, I would say, is this light sandy suede. I mean, this just looks awesome pretty much with any summer outfit. And of course, you wouldn't wear this with shorts or anything like that. You wouldn't wear any of these boots with shorts. But anything light wash, anything lightly colored, pastels and stuff like that, a boot with this light sandy suede look is going to basically act as a neutral. This is a pretty neutral color, and it almost acts as if it's white, so you can kind of think of it that way. Anything you would wear with white sneakers, you could also wear with a light sandy suede boot like this. Before I talk about the pants and shirts that work best in spring and summer, I want to thank today's video sponsor, Geologie. Now, I've been using these guys for over a year now, and the reason why I actually started to use Geologie was because I was looking up a brand that had retinol. Now, retinol is like the LeBron James of skincare ingredients. And the reason why retinol is the best is because it works on fine lines, it works on wrinkles, and it also helps even out acne scars. So when I was like 18 years old, I just blew up an acne out of nowhere, which is kind of weird when you're 18. Anyway, it left some scarring on my face, so I was looking for that. And also as I'm getting into my 30s, getting into the early 30s here, I'm getting a lot more wrinkles. So I heard about retinol, and I looked up, all right, which skincare brands have retinol in them, and Geologie does. So I picked them up. I was checking them out. I've been using them for over a year. I really love them. Now, the reason why I chose Geologie in the first place is because they put retinol in their repairing night cream. They also have retinol in their under eye cream, which helps a lot if you smile, if you're laughing. You get those crow's feet. That retinol infused under eye cream does like a double dose under your eyes where you need it the most. So that really helps at night to help with the acne scarring that I have, some of the fine wrinkles in my forehead, under the eyes. This helps a ton. Right now, Geologie is offering a super great value. If you type in the code BootSpy70, I have that down in the description below, BootSpy70, then you will get 70% off not just the repairing night cream, not just the eye cream, but a full 5-piece trial set. So basically you go in, you take a quiz, you figure out what your skin type is. They will custom make a 5-piece set for you. It comes with 2 everyday face washes. It comes with the Vital Morning Face Cream. It comes with the repairing night cream and that under eye cream that I was talking about earlier, both of those featuring retinol. So again, that is normally $50, but if you use that code BootSpy70, that 5-piece set will only cost $15. So again, BootSpy70, get your trial kit for $15 only. That is 70% off. So when you're styling your boots, a big part of it, as you know, is the types of pants that you wear along with it. So there are 3 types of pants that I really like to pair with my boots when the weather's hot. The first is a light wash jeans. Now, light wash jeans are a staple for spring and summer. When the weather gets hot, you basically want to be wearing lighter layers. One, there's a practical reason. That's just, a light shirt like this is going to reflect the sun off. It's not going to be absorbing heat. You're not going to be baking alive like you normally would with a dark shirt. But 2, also, it just kind of fits the mood, right? Like, who wants to be wearing black at an outdoor barbecue? I don't know. Like, you just wear something light, you're cool, you're chilling, a lightly colored shirt. You pair that with a light wash pair of jeans, and that is the move for spring and summer. I also like to wear chinos in spring and summer just because the fabric can be a little bit lighter. It can be more breathable. I get like groinal issues, you know what I'm talking about? In spring and summer when it's so humid out here, it's like, dude, get this fabric off of me. So chinos, something very light, something very thin, is definitely helpful when it gets swampy out there. And along those lines, I think in general, looser fits tend to be better for spring and summer. So don't, if you're sometimes wearing regular fits, sometimes slim fit, I definitely wear baggier, not really like baggy, but I wear baggier jeans, I wear baggier chinos in the spring and summer just because you want more room. Like if your legs are getting sweaty and stuff like that, you don't want your fabric just sticking to your leg. It just gets uncomfortable. It's super annoying. So looser fits look really good. And then I also kind of like to, cuff up the jeans or like roll them up. Not so much a cuff, but like a roll at the bottom. And I think that also just helps give you more of that casual vibe that I think goes better in the middle of summer. Rolled jeans, boots, boom, casual vibe. That's what you want right there. As for the types of shirts you want to wear, I say I got 3 style rules for you in terms of shirts to wear in spring and summer with your pairs of boots. And number 1, try an oversized tee. Again, this is kind of along the same lines as I was just talking about. You want a little bit looser fits, a looser fabric, because you're going to be sweating. And when the fabric just starts sticking to you, it not only gets annoying, but it's just weird and swampy and nasty. So looser fits are always cool. The third style tip that I rely on all the time is I wear a t-shirt with an open Oxford over on top of it. That dual layering effect, it can get pretty hot. So make sure you're doing like a light t-shirt and a lightweight Oxford. If you're doing 2 heavies on top of each other, it's going to be swampy, it's going to be sweaty, it's going to be a mess. But I like to do a lighter weight, like a white t-shirt with, you can do a light sage Oxford or a white Oxford, or you can even do like a light wash denim overshirt like that. Anything that, as long as it's lightweight fabric, that's a really cool look, just doing that 1-2 combo. It's still casual. It's not too hot. You're not, you could roll the sleeves up. You're not like going to be sweating your butt off. So that's a third great option in terms of shirts for spring and summer. This first outfit that I really love is a red and white button-up shirt that I was talking about. This is seersucker, so that's a classic summer fabric. I also have a pair of light wash jeans, and then on the bottom I'm wearing a sandy light suede boot. Again, that's the New Republic Sonoma. That is a very inexpensive boot. It's under $100. It's a cool Chelsea boot. So yeah, I like this whole outfit together. I think it looks great for spring and summer. Outfit number 2, I'm doing an open Oxford shirt. This, again, another striped shirt. I really like this look, but you can do it as a solid, like a solid white or a solid sage. It would also look good in this situation. But again, I got the white t-shirt on the bottom, and then this is where you can bust out your pastels. When it's hot, you can bust out a pastel, something light. It looks really, really good, and people like to see that little pop of color. On the bottom, I'm wearing these brown chinos. They have a looser fit, and the fabric is very light, so these are comfortable to wear even in the dead of summer. And then I'm finishing it off with a chukka on bottom, and I'm wearing the white socks there, so that just keeps it like kind of light, even though I'm going a little bit dark on dark down on bottom, but I keep it a little bit light. I've tied it in with the shirt with a white pair of socks. Outfit number 3, I'm wearing a military inspired pair of canvas pants. I also have a brown oversized t-shirt, plus these green Taft Dragon boots. So again, I'm doing an alternative type of color for the boots, a olive green that is not very common. Of course, the green boots, they match the green pants. They're both military, they got that military look to them. And then I'm finishing it off with that oversized brown tee. And brown and green, those always go well together. The brown's got a little bit of fadedness to it, so I think that look just is awesome. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button down below. For more style videos or more of these boot reviews, you can check out these videos popping up here, or you can make sure you hit subscribe because I come out with a new video every single week. Until next time, put your best boot forward.